Hey guys, OK Armor here today to put together a video of the process of picking out what styles of shirts to sell at okarmor.com. And so I want to take matters into my own hands and figure out how to do this process myself, put some different colors and logo patterns together, figure out what really looks cool. And I'd love your help. So if you would, watch the video all the way through. I'll show you what I have so far at the end, and leave me a note in the comment section of which one you like the most, whether that be the OD green with the black stars and stripes, the white shirt with the red, white, and blue stars and stripes, or the plain old black with the white logo. I'll have hats and koozies and all that other stuff too. And would really love your feedback on what you like the most, or maybe some other options that maybe I haven't thought of. So I'm gonna run you through the process, kind of all the different stuff that I had to buy to be able to do this. And I know there's a bunch of videos on how to do DTF transfers, but this is my take on that. So let me show you the gear. I got this press at Amazon.com, and what's nice about it is that it also actually has an attachment for hats that you can take this heating plate off and replace it with the little curved one that you need for pressing transfers onto hats as well. Got myself a little ruler. You can buy these at any sort of sewing or hobby store to be able to make sure I've got everything nice and centered. This is for just a nice cotton cleaning cloth. That's not real abrasive for rubbing the pattern after you've done the initial heat press. Got some regular old parchment paper here, and then I'm on a stone countertop here, and I noticed yesterday after doing this that it got real hot when I was swinging this away, and so I've got some towels here just to prevent it from getting too hot. For my t-shirts, I actually bought these from jiffy.com, as well as the logos, which I had another company put together the logo for me. But what's really nice is me being in Oklahoma and them being in Dallas, I can order this stuff and get it within a day or so. So super quick turnaround times on this, and really excited to see what these different styles are going to turn out to look like. Pretty neat being able to create your own shirt. First step is turning this on and setting it to the right temperature, which for me, these are 100% cotton shirts. This is the soft style in OD green, or military green is what they call it at jiffy.com. I'm not sponsored by them, anything like that. I just had a good experience. I want to tell you guys about it. And 330 degrees, they recommend pressing the transfer for about 15 seconds. But what I'm going to do first thing you want to do is just make sure that all your hems are lined up, because it's really important that you get the logo in the center, right? So I want to make sure that it's not bunched up on the sides, anything like that. And I'm going to grab it from the top here and kind of shake it out. Make sure that the front and back seam on the sleeves are lined up, that the sides will sit nice and flat. And I'm going to roll this out of the way since we're at temperature, and slide my mat down a little bit, even on both sides, because what I want to do now is lay this on here with this part of the collar just barely hanging off this mat here, so that whenever I press it down, you get a nice seating of the mat. It's not sticking up anywhere. And what I'm going to do first is lay that on there, making sure that it's evenly spaced on both sides, trying to get it in the center. You see the neck of the shirt's just sitting right off the ledge there. I'm going to make sure I got about the same amount of fabric on both sides here. And then I'm going to scoot it up, and I'm going to do what they call a preheating of the shirt. So I'm putting my parchment paper on just to make sure I don't get anything sticky on my heat plate, because that'll be really hard to clean. Sliding it over, and I'm dropping this down for no more than really 2 or 3 seconds. Just make sure the shirt's nice and flat. Not going to be any wrinkles in it or anything like that that's going to ruin the transfer. And we are looking good. I just want to slide this over just a little bit more. Dropping this back down. Now, what's kind of neat is that at jiffy.com, they actually will let you know that there's different size transfers based on the size of shirt, which makes sense. Bigger shirts need bigger transfers. So this is the size they recommend to print for a small transfer. What I'm going to do now is drop it on here. And what's nice is you can take this and fold it, and then just drop a little crease right there so that you know exactly where the center of that is. Line it up with the center line that you can faintly see on the shirt. I like to have this down about 3 inches from the edge of my mat here, which is about right there. And then on the larger shirts, this is a small. The larger shirts, I'll drop it down a little bit further as well, just to where it's not sitting too far up, kind of look weird. That is perfectly centered. It's the right distance down. So now I'm going to drop this back on there again after pushing this back up. And you can use, they make like high temperature tape that you can use to tape those down. I did a bunch of these yesterday and I didn't have any problems with the logo moving, so I'm not going to worry about it. Drop my parchment paper back on. And so this is where I watched a few different videos. They say that anywhere from 12 to 15 seconds at 330 degrees. So 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Normally I'll be using the stopwatch on my phone, but I'm using it to video right now. That's going to be good there. Swinging it back off, taking the parchment paper off. And now here is probably one of the most important steps. I'm going to take my cotton cloth and just give everything on the logo a little rub while it's cooling down. And you want to wait until it's cool to the touch to be able to peel it off, so that you don't run the risk of messing anything up. I'm just going to give this a little rub everywhere as it's cooling down here. And as you can see, looking pretty cool so far. Still a little warm. I'm going to wait. Ooh, yeah, it's real hot. And then when you're peeling it, I don't know what kind of logo you guys would have, but this one's fairly simple. I just like to grab it from the corner down here and give it a good peel. Looks like everything's cool there. Every now and again, I was getting like a little bit of fuzz from the transfer paper. You can just take your finger and give that a good rub. Because what you're going to do to make sure that this logo lasts a long time and can get through the wash okay is actually grab the parchment paper and you're going to heat it one more time for just a few seconds to kind of lock everything in. I'm going to swing that back around, still at temperature. It hasn't turned off or anything. Going back down for just a 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So pretty easy process, assuming that you have all the right stuff. This is our OD green with the black logo. And then I've also got these options as well. This is all white with the Stars and Stripes logo there. Or just regular old classic black with an all white logo. There you go. Not too crazy. Took about, I don't know, what, 6 minutes or something like that. I'm assuming as I do more of these, I'll get faster. But like I said, whole game plan was just to see which ones I like. I'm going to play around with a few more colors and logo designs and that sort of stuff. But if you would, drop me a comment down below. Let me know which one you like the most. Or if maybe there's something I didn't think of that you think is a great idea, drop that too. We'll see you later.